This is Impact Wrestling.
Hello, Sudden Impact fans, and welcome to the new episode. Today I will be giving you my predictions and my preview for Rebellion 2023 event taking place in Toronto, Ontario, Canada from the Rebel Entertainment Centre. Congratulations, Impact. You've sold out another event, and it's just fantastic news for a fantastic company that has got really going places. All right, so on the card, we've got a total of 9 matches, including the countdown or pre-show, and let's get stuck into it. So in the countdown show, there are 2 matches that are scheduled to occur. So the first one being Heath and Rhino going up against the team of Champagne, Raj Singh, and Shira. So with this team of Champagne, Singh, and Shira, I actually quite like them because Champagne Singh or Raj Singh has actually developed a new character and sort of given more depth to his character and shown how he can actually use this character going forward. And the fact that he and Shira have been teaming together more regularly in Impact specifically, it's just adding to the tag team division, which has sort of been flagging at the moment. And so, but in terms of who I predict winning this match, I'm going to have to go with the more experienced team of Heath and Rhino, just because they've had more experience teaming together. They're in a good, they've got a good tag team chemistry, and they're a more established team. So the second match on the countdown show is for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship between the champions, the Coven, made up of Taylor Wilde and Kylan King, and they are going up against the team of the Death Dolls, which is Rosemary and Jessica, and because it's just those two now that Taya Valkyrie has gone over to AEW. I actually really liked this whole storyline and feud because it's really, they actually all the wrestlers really worked together nicely, and they actually found a good way to actually work in Taya Valkyrie's departure to AEW as well. And not just left it hanging there out in the open as a unfinished thread. As far as I'd like to see the winner of this match, I'd like to think that the winner should be the Coven, just to continue their dominance over the division. And hopefully this would mean that they could find some new challengers. I'm not sure who those new challengers would be at this stage, but let's just see who Impact either brings in or puts together in the future for a new challengers for this titles. And now moving to the main card of Rebellion. So with the first match, I've sort of decided on my own order of the matches, which I think should happen. Now, so I would think that the first match should be the 3-way elimination match for the X Division Championship, just to open up the proceedings and just of the main card, and just get the crowd right into it, and the fans watching at home right into it, and just get them all hyped up for the rest of the evening. Now, this match is a 3-way elimination match. It's sort of like it's like the ECW three-way dance, and so that the winner has to pin both opponents to actually win the match. So this one will be for the X Division Championship. So it'll be Trade Miguel as the champion going up against Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey. So as I said, this match is, because it's an X Division match and it's got Trade Miguel and Mike Bailey in it, you know it's going to be a high-flying, fast-paced match. And Jonathan Gresham can do the high-intensity wrestling as well. And given that he's also a technical wrestler and he's also got fantastic endurance, I therefore see him winning this match. But it's going to be a great, fast-paced match to kick off the main card of the Rebellion PPV, and let's just give it up for this match. It's a great way to start. It'll be a great way to start the event. And then moving on to the next match, I'm choosing the next match to be Dirty Dango teaming with Joe Hendry, the digital media champion, and Santino Marella, and they will be facing the Design. So the Design, I'm not sure if the actual members of the match will be decided who is going to be in the match, because there's 4 members in the Design, or 3 members and Sami Callihan, who's trying to work his way into the Design. So it'll be interesting to see the dynamics of how that plays out, and especially who gets selected for that match for the Design. As far as I see the match turning out, I see there'll be a lot of crowd engagement and entertainment and fun, and mainly from Dirty Dango, Joe Hendry, and Santino Marella, because they're crowd favorites wherever they go in the wrestling world, and they just know how to engage a crowd and get the crowd going and just getting them to react positively to them. But as far as the winner of the match goes, it'll just remains to be seen, actually, because I actually don't know how Sami Callihan is going to figure into it, because I know he's definitely going to feature in it some way and form, but I just don't know how. But I'd just like to see, I'd like to know who you guys would think is going to be the winner of this match. And also, I actually don't like the idea of Joe Hendry being in this match, given that he's the digital media champion. I think it would have been better to have him actually defending that championship in another match on the card, rather than him being in a multi-man match, multi-man tag match. Now, as far as who I would have picked to actually have in this match, then to replace him, I guess either Johnny Swinger or Zicky Dice, because those are also guys that know how to do the comedy shtick and get the crowd on their side as well. But let me know what you guys think as well on that. And then the next match I'm picking for the event is going to be the Last Rites match. Now, this match has only happened once before in Impact Wrestling, and there's been a good reason why that match has happened. It's only happened once before. But I think that they've brought it back with the right feud, and this is going to be the blow-off match for this feud. and it's PCO versus Eddie Edwards. And if you've seen the build up and how the feud's been going, you could only there was only one match which was going to end this feud, and that would be the last rites match. And from what I've heard, the last rites match this time is going to be a more traditional casket match, and not the mess of that it was in when it first happened all those years ago. But I see the winner being in this match PCO, because just how many times has Eddie Edwards tried to put PCO down, leave him for dead in the Las Vegas desert, and PCO's just seemingly come back to basically from the dead and just come back after Eddie Edwards. And therefore, because of that, I just see PCO being the victor, because I don't see how Eddie Edwards can actually stop PCO. So the next match that's going to be featured in this event is the Ultimate X match for the Tag Team Championship, with the champions Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, taking on the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, this match will be the second ever Tag Team Ultimate X match, and it's going to be a high flag spectacle. All the wrestlers are experienced in Ultimate X matches, with the Motor City Machine Guns being the most experienced in this match, in the Ultimate X match. And it's just going to be an absolute barn burner. But I see the winners being Bullet Club, just to solidify Ace Austin and Chris Bay as tag team champions. And hopefully, much like the Knockouts tag team champions being the Coven, hopefully the Bullet Club will move on to face new challengers in the coming weeks and months. And I'm not sure if this is going to mean them facing new Impact tag teams, or having them to face tag teams that have been elevated into this role as viable challengers, such as the Good Hands, Heath and Rhino, or Champagne Singh and Shira. Let me know, guys, what you think, who you think the Bullet Club's new challengers should be. And yeah, so as we move on to the next match, this match is going to be the Hardcore War between Team Dreamer and consisting of Tommy Dreamer, Bhupinder Gujar, Frankie Kazarian, Killer Kelly, and Yuya Uemura, taking on the team of Team Bully, consisting of Bully Ray, Brian Myers, Kenny King, Masha Slamovich, and Moose. So this should be the blow-off match to end the feud. And in my opinion, it would have been better off being a lethal lockdown match, because essentially they're going to have weapons, and the 10-man thing, the 10-person thing, it would have been better suited as a lethal lockdown match, because that is what a lethal lockdown match is. And also, I feel that they should have kept the Good Hands in the match instead of having Brian Myers and Moose replace them at the last minute. And this is going to be violent. This match is just going to be absolute violence, chaos, and I'm not sure who's going to be the winner out of this match, and if there's going to be anyone turning up to decide the match. So I'm just leaving it up to you guys to decide who the winners would be for this match. And so The next match is for the vacant Knockout World Championship match. So, as we saw on last week's episode of Impact, former champion Mickie James had to vacate the championship due to the multiple injuries she sustained, therefore making her unable to compete at the pay-per-view to defend the championship. Therefore, it's going to be Jordynne Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo. And this match, in my opinion, is going to be the match of the night because as we've seen before, Jordynne Grace has gotten to the shape of her life and is really dominant powerhouse, especially in the last few weeks. And Deonna Purrazzo is the best technical wrestler going around at this point in time now. And I feel that Deonna Purrazzo and Jordynne Grace's styles would match up nicely and put on both a physical, hard-hitting, and technical masterpiece to just get the fans really invested in the match. The winner, I'm having to give it to, I'm going to say, is Deonna Purrazzo, just to give Jordynne Grace more of an opportunity to develop her gimmick as a chasing challenger, as a tough woman challenger. And also, would this be the end of the last rodeo for Mickie James? Because I know that she said that the next time she lost, that would be that would mean it for her wrestling career. But does this mean that because she's injured, this is the end of her wrestling career? Or would you like to see a match between her and Mercedes Moné at Slammiversary to be that retirement match, or the end of that last rodeo with Moné getting the victory in that match? Okay, let me know what you think again, because Impact Wrestling has got strong ties to New Japan as well, so they can bring in Mercedes at this point because Mercedes and James are just basically going back and forth on Twitter at the moment, just trying to set it up, and it's really there for the taking. And now moving on to the main event, again, for the vacant World Championship match. Now, this match is between Kushida and Macklin. Of course, Josh Alexander had to vacate the championship previously because of a torn tricep, which he suffered at the hands of Kushida at New Japan Strong's event, Battle in the Valley, earlier in the year. And this is going to be a hard-hitting match. I think that Macklin is going to be dominant throughout the match. But Kushida is going to give him a good challenge. But I don't see Kushida being able to overcome the sheer dominance of Macklin. And that's why I'm going to pick him as the winner, just to give him the final payoff and give him the feeling of the championship, finally holding the championship that he's wanted ever since he signed with Impact Wrestling. Okay, that's it for the event. As I said before, this event has been sold out, and that's great for Impact. Going forward, they've managed to sell out all of their events that they've held this year. And it just means that it's a company going from strength to strength. Hopefully, they can book bigger venues in the future, like as they're planning to do for a couple of events, like Impact events that they're holding later in the year with Against All Odds and Bound for Glory. So hopefully, those events can also sell out themselves. I'd like to know what your thoughts on who the winners should be is yourself. And just remember, guys, be nice in the comments, as it's just people's opinions, and people are entitled to their opinions. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications for new videos, and check out some of the videos that are coming up on the screen right now. Until next time, guys, thanks.